Hey Virgos, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your December general reading here. I want to say something to you before I get into the meditation. A message from Spirit coming right through is that there will soon come a time in the near future, it feels like early next year, where you are going to understand and see the greater reason behind a lot of the challenges and roadblocks that you have experienced this year. Okay? So a strong message coming through. So the first thing that I saw was a frog, okay? A frog for me represents emotional detoxification and also equates to Ten of Wands energy, which is about a very heavy load, heavy burden. You know, wands equate to the actions that we take, and also represents, you know, our artistry, creativity, what we're passionate about. The Ten of Wands can also represents a movement from one place to another. And I feel like you are in that Ten of Wands space where you can see some distance off in the future, like the next chapter, movement from where you are. It does feel like you're carrying a lot, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna last too much longer. I saw a star come out over this frog, and I heard, honeys, I heard Celine Dion. Yes, I did. I heard a new day has come. Let the rain come and wash away my tears, drown my fears. Let me something. New sun, a new day has come. I mean, it really feels like you are just like a stone's throw away from a beautiful new energy and chapter. And again, there's going to be a large and clear understanding soon around why you had to go through and experience what you did this year, okay? So I also want to say that I saw this image, it was nighttime, and I saw all these boats. It was like a North Star in the sky. And I saw all these boats parking in this boat dock, and it was like the Virgo collective, and I saw you getting your boat in there, because boats have certain like docking points, right? So you were in your dock, and it was nighttime, and there's stars out, and big star in the sky, like a North Star, and I saw these string lights, and it felt like this holiday season where people were coming onto your boat, you were sharing good times with them, you were welcoming them in, all of that good stuff, and then I saw from there, it was like, you were like, oh my gosh, like, I'm really loving this energy of December because it feels like a calm and quiet comparatively to what this year has been for you. But it feels like a quiet of the senses, because I also think about frogs in terms of like, yes, it's Ten of Wands, but there's also an aspect of a Four of Swords with them. I think it's because that's how they're depicted in this deck right here that I'm going to use, which is just about a quiet and a peacefulness. And sometimes we have to exhaust ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally in order to achieve peace. Hey, however you get there. But at the end of the day, it really feels like you're in a beautiful, calm place within the month of December. And I'm telling you, just wait. Because early next year, there's going to be things manifesting within for you that you're like, oh my good God, I am so glad that I went through what I went through last year, because now I am primed and ready, honey, for the newness. It feels really lovely. Also, at the bottom of this deck, we have the elephant, which equates to the hermit energy, which is Io, which I love. This is the gentle remover of obstacles as well. And I do feel like for some of you, those obstacles were not so gently removed this past year. But this really feels like this is a beautiful, auspicious energy within and for you. Okay, Virgo? So let's see what's going on for December. Let's see what's going on. I'm getting March of next year. Specifically, March of next year is something to look forward to. I feel like you might be settled somehow in March of next year. There's a settling. Whether it's you're coming to terms with something, or I want me to talk more about this. Whether it's coming to terms with something like a loss or a setback from this previous year, or it's like a new line of work, or it's a new place that you're living, or there's something about March. You're feeling settled in March, okay? All right. What's going on for Virgo for December? Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Did you guys see how it just flip-flopped and then landed right there, all pretty like? Ooh. Okay. I'm obsessed. Earthworm for my earth signs. You know I love it when an element gets an element of its likeness. I love it. Earthworm. This is just so profound. So the earthworm equates to a page of pentacles, which just makes all the sense in the world. First of all, of course, earth is you. Pentacles is you. Your home sign here of earth. Page of Pentacles is, oh, remember when I said feeling settled? Yeah, because Pentacles rule the realm of, you know, that's the merchant suit. It's things of the material, right? Our money, our work, our home, right? The seeds that we plant, right? The Page of Pentacles is very much about starting off in a new chapter that holds promise for longevity. Remember when I said that I saw, you know, you were able to see off in the distance, or like a stone's throw, like the potential of what's coming next. And because of that, it's interesting, Virgo, because it's like, because you can see or feel, for some of you, enough that something good is coming down the track for you, you're able to kind of be at peace in December. It's like, I know that something good is coming my way. I can feel the tides are changing, working in my favor. I know I'm at the end of this particular cycle. I can feel it. So then you're able to kind of relax, right? Also, the earthworm has 5 hearts as well. 5 is the number of change, right? There is something here about tying up a cycle here, but also it's like you do have an eye out on where you'd like to go, right? You could be even, oh, weird. I just took the top card off the deck and it's 4 of Swords, frog. I was just talking about that. Okay. But there is an aspect of, you know, you could be applying for things, applying for housing, jobs, and reconsidering your relationship to what you have and where you are as well. But it feels new. It feels so new, which is so also in line with earthworm, because the earthworm is like a newbie, a fool energy as well, because that skin is so soft and delicate, right? And I want to point something out. Earthworms come out after the storm has passed. Oh, I just got shivies. Earthworms come out post-rain, post-storm, right? And it really feels like that's oh, full energy right there. Like that is the case for December. It's like, you know it, you feel it. You know it and you feel it. It feels really nice, Virgo. That's great. I mean, I've been doing your readings this year. So I've been privy to what y'all been dealing with, and this feels really nice. This feels like the remedy, right? It feels really good. Cue Jason Mraz. All right, what's going on, Virgo? Oh my God. Stop. You have the red crown crane here. I am so obsessed with this. Hello and goodbye. Red crown crane. Let's talk about this. This is justice. This is the justice key. So Libra energy, justice key is one of my absolute favorites because it is about equality, fairness, and everything being exactly as it should be. But it goes deeper than that. Like the justice feeling is very much about, you know, whoa, I know exactly where, like, I know exactly that I'm exactly where I want to be in all ways, shape, and form. Like, it may look differently than I thought. I may not be able to have all the receipts present, right? But I'm telling you, I want for nothing. I feel like, it's like when you get that deep sense of deja vu. You're like, oh, thank you for alerting me to the fact that, like, I'm on my right path. This is feeling down to the marrow that you are on your right path. This is the product of the year that you've experienced. You have been rerouted several times. You have been rerouted. You have been put on the bench. You have been thrown for a loop-de-loops. And as a result, that was the universe, that was spirit trying to put you here where you are right now on your best path. You're going to start to feel that real soon in December. How beautiful is this? I'm obsessed. Number 11. See the freedom that this red crown crane is just like, yes. Red crown craners are, red crown craners. Sounds like a team. The red crowned crane also represents balance and duality as well, which is really cool. Special shout out to my very favorite red crown crane. You know who you is. But yeah, this can also speak to, okay, I'm gagging already. This also speaks about justice and fairness in legal matters, money matters, matters of the court as well, contracts, agreements, all that good stuff. This is just like everything is fair in the world. Everything is good and right and well. I am so obsessed. So You have the Ace of Swords, which is big clarity, big realization. This is all also the written word, written communication, you writing to get clear about things. I want to point something out. Do you see the black and white realness happening? So let's speak of this. The black, and I feel like this is you, Virgo. This is you. You're chilling, eating your bamboos. You know, black and white, it draws to mind the yin and yang, which like the chariot key, right? Cancer energy, which is very much about that, you know, balanced forward movement that's incorporating both the light and shadow aspects of your experience. Remember what I said in the meditation? It's a very strong feeling that you're going to have some big clarity very soon, and also appreciation for everything that you experience this year. It's like that song by Rascal Flatts, God Bless the Broken Road, Led Me Straight to You. There is that very strong feeling within this, Virgo, and I love it for you. You know, Ace of Swords is also, oh my God, I'm so obsessed. Look at how he's just chilling. Ace of Swords is also recognizing when it is time to be active and when it is time to be still and preserve your energy, right? This is very much your December energy, Virgo. Remember when I said that you had docked your boat at that certain spot under the North Star and you were able to entertain and be there and be joyous, knowing that you were, you know, building up your energy for what's to come in the new year? This is that sort of truth feeling, right? I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. Sometimes you got to be brought to your knees, or things have to go differently than how you would have wanted them to truly appreciate even the little things, right? This is beautiful, Virgo. I'm really drawn to the black and white aspect of it. Okay. Four of Swords at the bottom, just peeping out. So we have the Nine of Wands here. This is just like, wow. So the Nine of Wands, traditionally speaking, this is that wounded warrior archetype, right? But here's why I love this for you. Because the Knight of Wands speaks of a certain perseverance. Do you remember when I saw the Ten of Wands as it equates to the frog energy in your meditation, and now you have the Nine of Wands? This is that strength that you derive from just putting one foot in front of the other, right? I feel like this is exactly what I was saying. This Knight of Wands energy is very much about looking back, look how this goat is like looking askew and going, oh my God, I'm starting to understand the reasoning behind where I came from and how I got here. Right? And the strength and the perspective that you've derived from it. I also feel like to some of y'all who might be in the habit at any given point in time of feeling the need to control things or be in control, I feel like that in particular has, you've been confronted with that this year. Going, oh my God, I don't have control. Like I'm not in control. So it has prompted you to a place of allowance and even surrender for some of you guys, where it's like, I'm truly going to go with the flow because I now understand that, the plans might need to be in control, my need to feel financial security or emotional security or feel a certain way really is not out of my control. All I can really do is show up and put one foot in front of the other and trust that I'm going to get where I'm going. Justice. I'm also really drawn to the fact, that this ram also on the top of here is like looking out and over. Remember when I saw you being able to look out and over? It's very cool. Wow. Eight of Swords to clarify the justice. This is exactly what I already said. Eight of Swords, traditionally speaking, this is that analysis paralysis key. This is that mental prison that you put yourself in, and because you put yourself there, you're the only one who can get yourself out of it because only you hold the key to it. And so it goes, right? This is exactly what I was saying. This is limited sight and limited vision. You are about to have a big dose of perspective and appreciation in a really medicinal way. Okay? I'm hearing stand and deliver for some reason. But it feels very medicinal. It feels like just the healthiest dose of perspective you could ever ask and hope for. But it feels like like it's steeped in appreciation as well, right? What you were unable to see, what you were unable to understand is going to become quite clear to you in December. It's really beautiful. I'm hearing new moon, the December new moon. I mean, yep. So we have the Queen of Wands here to clarify the Ace of Swords. So the Queen of Wands, traditionally speaking, you know, she's the queen of the home and the hearth, right? Remember when I saw you guys with your boat docked and you entertaining or being with others or just being in the moment, being at peace wherever you are? I feel like that's beautifully represented with the Queen of Wands, but I also want to speak, oh, I was just talking about the new moon. We have a moon here. I also want to say with the Queen of Wands, she is the queen of self-confidence as well. Self-confidence. And I feel like there's an aspect here of being confident enough to show up exactly as you are, right? And also the confidence to know that what you have to offer is more than enough. Whether that's in a relationship context, a work context, whatever, right? I feel like that's inherent here because I feel like this whole panda energy is, you know, pandas represent both inner peace and outer peace. Conflict resolution, right? And I do feel like there's an aspect of conflict resolution within for you in whatever form that takes, right? But it feels like whatever tides that you've been pushing against or whatever you've been seeking to control over the course of this year has found happy resolution and peace. You know, also these sunflowers here with the Queen of Wands with this fire energy. Sunflowers, you know, I do equate them with your birthday season because what your birthday season is, you know, late August into late September, right? Yeah, there's something about that. It just feels like you're moving into a really beautiful position of allowance and appreciation, right? It's also one of those things too, like the trope of like the more you are grateful for what you already have, the more you'll manifest to be grateful for, right? So there's something to that. You know, the Queen of Wands is also a master of her own fate and destiny, right? She takes matters into her own hands and moves forward under that glow of, you know, the spotlight of like, I know what's mine and I'm going to go for it. She is the queen of anti-self-doubt. And I feel like there is a certain, oops, beautiful. There is a certain sense of being cured of self-doubt. Maybe not forever, I mean, we're human beings, but there's this certain sort of inoculation against self-doubt that you're moving into December with, which is really beautiful. And this sometimes, you know, that could be because you've exhausted yourself with self-doubt and that's how you earn the inoculation. Oh, sound effects. You know what I mean? Anyway, Four of Wands, and I'm so obsessed with it. Again with the black and white with the magpie realness with this black and white. I love this so much. So the fact this is clarifying the Nine of Wands, you have the Four of Wands here, that this is, I'm telling you, you are going to be so rewarded. You're about to experience an upside and upswing and a true turn of events. And I feel like it's going to come to you. I do. I mean, you might be applying for things and like putting feelers out, but I really saw the party coming to your boat. Four of Wands, traditionally speaking, this is 11-11. This. Remember when I said deja vu synchronicity? When 11-11 shows up, that's saying, hey, manifest, think positively. Your thoughts will result in reality, right? So whatever you think about, you bring about type deal, right? Oh, the moon again here as well. Something about that new moon. And then the earthworm is kind of the shape of a moon. And then a moon's. Something about that. A number 11 key here as well. So yeah, this is also just happy home and family and celebration and just feeling really, really good about where you are. Again, I do feel like there is this true feeling of respite happening for you within the month of December, especially in relationship to what this year has been. That feels really important to say. And it does feel like allow yourself to enjoy this time. It would be such a missed opportunity. It would be like waiting too long to go to the buffet table and then all the dessert is gone. Enjoy this December. It really feels like it is ripe with rewards for you. And sometimes the greatest reward is just being at rest, having mental ease, having emotional clarity, having, you know, emotionally still waters, right? And again, I keep hearing it. I'm hearing appreciation for the small things. Feels pertinent. Appreciation for the small things. Let's get an oracle. Hold on. Okay, one note. Well, another note. There's always more than one note. I'm getting also a special note about romance and partnership here. Whether you are already partnered or you are not partnered, there's a strong energy here of partnership. These are magpies, and magpies always travel in pairs or groups, right? So I feel like you could be aligning with a community that feels like home to you, that you really feel understood and seen by, which is really beautiful. Or it's like an actual romantic partnership where you're like, whoa, I had to go through a lot this year so that I could meet you and be prepared and be of your similar vibration. I feel like this year has been working on your vibration to prepare you for what you want. You know that saying, everything you're going through is preparing you for what you asked for? That's very much what this feels like, Virgo. And for some of y'all, that's a romantic partnership. For some of y'all, that is a, just all the feel-goods around people that you feel truly supported and seen by, whether that be family, friends, or whatever have you. Let's get an oracle. Okay, the drum. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from this. So, first of all, the drum, the circle, the earthworm, I'm here for it. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from the drum. So, first of all, technically speaking, the drum represents a journey into the lower world, into our subconscious, into the aspects of ourself that don't necessarily see the light of day as often, right? The drum represents the shamanic journey from one state of being to another. I feel like this is representing a shift in your perspective. So whenever the drum music plays in a shamanic context, right? It allows us, it's kind of like a Pavlov's dog kind of deal, where it's like you hear the drum and it's a cue to your subconscious to enter into a, a beta state, I believe. And then you go down, 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 and suddenly your mind clears and you're able to shift into, another level of consciousness. I feel like for you guys, this is a slowing down, a ease of mental tension, a true piece of like moving with the current, allowing yourself to go with the flow. That's what this feels like. But I also feel like, bang the drum, Stanley, because I also feel like it's saying, like, you remember when I said you're going to be able to feel what's coming ahead? You're going to be able to feel that you're moving into a new cycle, that like the memo has been received and you feel it. And because you feel it, you're able to relax into where you are, because you may not have receipts. Some of you may get some receipts real soon. But you may not have exact receipts that this is the case, but you feel it so inherently that it's just like, I don't care. I don't need to see it to believe it. I'm going to empress this all day long. I feel it, and that is more than enough for me. That's what I feel like the drum is saying with them for you. It's really beautiful. Shape-shifting. I'm telling you, there is this very distinct energy for you where you are just moving into a new cycle where you are not the person you were before, honey. You are not the person that you were before. Take this time to enjoy, pat yourself on the back for getting through this year and being here and showing up and putting one foot in front of the other. Sometimes that is a huge accomplishment. Again, appreciation for the little things, right? Because the more that you can embody that energy right now, the more it's going to align you for what you desire going into the new year. Because you're going to be coming from a blank slate, free of any obstacles or preconceived limitations or expectation or counter energy to what you want. Okay? Virgo, this is really, really beautiful. I'm excited for you coming out the gate with justice. Virgo, I want to say to you a special note because this is your last reading of 2020. I will be back with your January 2021, readings before you know it. But I just want to say, I want to thank y'all so much for your support. It is an honor and a pleasure interacting with each of you, and each of you that watches and comments. Really appreciate it. I really hope that this resonated and helps you. If so, please do leave me a comment. I love reading your comments and connecting with y'all personally. And with that being said, just thank you again. I am wishing you a most blessed and happy and bountiful December, and a most blessed and happy 2021 to come. And just thank you again. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, and especially and most of all, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.